Morning, Joe here from I Wonder UK. It's day 32 of the Southwest Coastal Park Challenge. Today I'm heading to Par. Last night was cold. It rained on and off all night and I didn't bother setting my alarm because I felt a bit battered last night. Behind me you can see Mevagissey. It will just pan around a bit. Just at the end there is Port Chapel. Like I said, I didn't set my alarm. Still woke up at 7:15 to rain and hail. Fortunately enough I got 4G, so I had to look on the weather. It said it's stopping about 35 minutes, so I thought I'm going to wait. 45 minutes later it did stop and the sun has come out. The tent is still soaking wet. I'm going to take some time, try and dry that out rather than carry it wet and have it wet to start off with tonight. Like I say, I'm going through to Par. I'm on a slope, so I haven't been able to make my cup of tea or my porridge this morning. There's literally nowhere to stand the pot. Let's get on with it. Got to tidy up the tent, so I'm going to be another half an hour or so, but after that we'll be going. Last little look back at just the harbour there of Mevagissey before we leave. Further delays this morning as I packed up the tent and got ready to go, just readjusting my hiking pole and it just gave up. I could unlock it but it wouldn't lock back up again, so the top was just sliding in and out like a trombone. Tried about 10 minutes, couldn't get it working in the end, got brave and just pulled it apart. Played about with the bits at the end. To be honest with you, didn't really know what I was doing, just lined them back up again. Slid it back in gently, it seemed to pop and then it's working all right again. But when your tent uses as a trekking pole and you're walking up and down these hills, you need your trekking poles. I need my trekking poles. I've got them working again and now we're off. Bloody late start, but let's get on it. Just a quick outlook for where we're going today. On the Minehead point. It's very windy. I'm hoping I can see centre of screen. That's Minehead, the headland coming out there. And just the other side of there's a little bit of sand. I'll try and zoom in a bit. And I'm hoping that's Port Sands. Get a bit closer before we confirm that. But there's an outlook for the next couple of days. After a few up and downs and some steps, to be honest with you, as you come out of Mevagissey, you come up to Minehead Point, it's like a holiday camp. Unfortunately we don't cut across that, we have to come up onto the roads and walk around the roads. Just a quick little view backwards actually. These are like pastures or whatever, and I noticed yesterday, because we were walking on the slope for most of the day yesterday, or a good half of it on the angle, obviously sloping down towards the sea. My left heel is rubbing because I was walking awkwardly on it all day. Coming down here this morning, the late start I had's probably been quite an advantage, because of all that grass would have been really slippery this morning. Because the air and the sun's dried it out, it's not too bad, but just to be warned, it's just long grass all the way down that steep hill. I'll be honest, I always have that little fear of dread when I see there's going to be some road work. I hate walking on roads. It's a necessity, I know, but I do it all the time when I'm at home, joining up footpaths with roads, but it's not too bad. It's like a mud track running down the side of the main road. You just need to switch off from the traffic. Then it comes down to a pavement at the side, turn around into Pint. Nice little village, a couple of cafes. Out on hill and out on the other side. Now see, for my simple mind, that just doesn't make sense. Because someone can afford all of this, and they've got camper vans and mobile homes in it. People who want to go out for a walk have to detour inland right their way around this. It doesn't make much business sense. I'm sure they've got a cafe. If they had a cafe, I would have stopped there for breakfast, but their loss. After coming through Pendwan and finding the right turning, I mean the right, not correct, the right turn, come through houses and then past that church I just took a picture of, which is about 200 years old, which is crazy. You continue out for a slope. I'll just turn around and show you what it is. With hedgerow on either side of it. And it's a climb, but it's a slope climb, so it's gentle. And break it out to the top here. A little look back to remind it. The end of that headland there is Port Chapel from yesterday. And you can just see centre of the screen now Mevagissey. This is where we're going. This is where we've been, I apologise. I'll be honest, there are steps, both up and down. But this little bit's nice because it's got me out the wind for a little while coming through this woodland. I think I'm heading towards, I think in a minute, out onto the headland again, which you can just see through the trees there, which is Drennick, just before Blackhead, the peninsula of Blackhead. Sorry, headland. I keep calling it peninsula, don't I? The Blackhead. Well, you know what happened last time I saw Blackhead. It all went wrong that day. After then, it didn't go wrong, it just got tough. But this is nice. I'm going to enjoy this for the moment. Aha, Blackhead. After you negotiate the steps up and down, and I'll be honest, yes, there are steps, and there's several of them. As you come past Blackhead, you don't get steps anymore, it's a slope. So a bit of a change up there. Hopefully it's going to level out around this corner. Ah, it sort of does. After Blackhead, on the way up the slope, you get your first glimpse of picture of this Carline Bay. I think centre of screen there is Par Sands. Let's go and find out. After you enter the nature reserve, you drop down a little bit and then you come to a really old wooden bench. There you need to turn left, then it's a slope going uphill, I'm afraid, for quite a way, but it's through this woodland, which is quite nice. Not so many spectacular views or anything to see this part of the day because you've got gorse on both sides and unfortunately I can't see over the top. You're walking it, you do get glimpses through the trees, but there's no way I could get a picture on the phone, so saw a spectacular view and then I saw the steps on the other side there. Yep, there's certainly some steps. Beautiful white sand beach all for yourself. Just a little bit around, just pop through there, there you go. But first of all you need to either come down or at the end of the day go back up these steps. These steps. Be honest, even though this walk isn't that gnarly, we've had gnarlier walks on the coastal paths. I'm struggling today. I don't want to be a whiner, but the tendons will give me problems because I'm going up and down hill. It seems to have gone badly, and for some weird reason, unconsciously, no, one of those, I'm hunching my shoulders, so it's actually making my back ache. I think I said a couple of weeks ago that I lost a bit of weight, and so the belt, I can't tighten the belt up anymore on my rucksack, which is a little bit odd, and I don't think that's helping. So I'm not carrying the rucksack properly, and that's not making me walk, and I'm finding myself hunching over, leaning forward all the time. That's making my back ache as well, so adding to it. The weather's cold, but it's been colder before, but I don't know, it could be a combination of a load of things. I've not slept properly the last couple of nights because it's been cold and the pitch hasn't been very good. Slightly on the wonk and you're rolling off from that all night, but I don't know. Not quite at Charlestown, got to get through there and then out to Pint. That's what I'm aiming for, and that's what I'll try and do. It's a good outlook from where I'm heading for now. Across there, that past centre screen, that's Charlestown, I believe. And then Sands is in. Literally someone just going in for a swim. So at the stage you drop down off the cliff tops for a little while to this little cove of Pean. That's Porth, P-E-A-N. And just walk along this little concrete thing to the other end, basically. But lovely little cove, nice beach. Very quiet. But of course, because you drop down, several granite steps going back up. Unfortunately, from that little beach, Porth Pean, you've got the granite steps and the coastal path's being closed. And there's a diversion coming inland. And it's all uphill, and you walk along tarmac. You need to get up here to the main road, turn right again, down the main road, turn right and drop down into Charlestown. Not my favourite. Quick scan around Charlestown. Nice little place, worth a visit. Detour that you have to take just before Charlestown, Porth or something. I can't remember the name of the place. But soul destroying, I'll be honest with you. Because instead of straight across, you have to walk all the way up the hill on tarmac, across, and then all the way back down again. Sort of, it's just demoralising. I know that's what we're out here for, walking, but not to come inland like that. And every little road is all private, nobody allowed to cut through it and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're back out of Charlestown, which is a great little place. I wish I had a little bit more time, because I'm struggling today. Every little break I take, it's making this harder. As you can probably tell, I'm struggling. These steps are easy. Get down to the end of the harbour at Charlestown. Just follow gravel path out with nice little low steps. As you can tell, I'm not pulling myself up on my poles at the moment. I'm talking to you, but we'll see how we get on from here. This is the gravel path I'm talking about, and it's really, you are going up all the time, but the steps aren't huge, so it's nice and easy. I'm just thinking as I come out of Charlestown, yeah. The finger post was a great source of amusement, indicating Caroline Bay is a mile and a quarter. I quite like that. I like it when it actually lets you know how far the next sort of bit is, because in your head you can source it. Sometimes it's nice to just wander and not care or know where you are, but I actually like that sort of, mile and a quarter, I can do that in whatever. Do all of it. Not too much to ask, is it? Right through all around the bay, from Blackhead out there in the centre screen now, all the way in. That's where we had to detour around, and then drop down to Charlestown, which you can't quite see. Said before, I'm not sure what's happened to my, well, I know my tendons are injured, but I don't know what's happened to the rest of my body, but I just can't seem to get going today. I'm not sure if it's my back, tired, heel, tendon, just can't seem to get going, lack of sleep, I don't know. But I think I do understand what it must be like to wear a pencil skirt. So there's an advantage. Short while, maybe 10 minutes or so after you leave Charlestown, I've got a really clear view of Ribbon Tower on the top of Ribbon Head, but that's for tomorrow. Try and zoom in a little bit and see. Yeah, that's definitely for tomorrow, but nice to be able to see where you're going. This is just before you reach the beginning of Carolina, not sure, Bay. Ideal for a bit of a overnight wild camp. There's plenty of areas, as long as you didn't mind waiting for the dog walkers to go. But plenty of places you could tuck down, nice and flat as well for a change. First real glimpse of Carlyon Bay. Sorry, I've pronounced it wrong before. It's Carlyon. L-Y-O-N. Carlyon. It's pretty straightforward, Jay. Been down there before in the winter. It's lovely. Never been there in the summer. Looks nice though. But we're not going that way. Go this way. Yeah. Unfortunately, because we're walking along the cliff top next to the golf club, spot the grass, you don't get any views of Carlyon Bay, which is, like I said, I've been there and walked dogs before, and it was lovely, but I've only ever been there in the winter. I have to definitely put that on my list of places to come out again during the summer. Perhaps not summer when it's busy, but you know, earlier on summer before everybody starts getting out. This just grabbed my attention, and I know I haven't said it today, and I know you're going to just kick me. Look at the colour of that water. That's 15-20 foot deep there, and you can see the bottom of it. I almost want to jump from here. Almost. I'll probably take my rucksack off first, but almost. Just before Spit Cove, as you approach Par Sands, there's this little beach. Literally no one's been on that all day. I need to cut inland now, but I would have definitely stayed in that. Come here and played in the beach in the morning. Bloody ideal.